Camille, what is Eirmersive?
Kevin, Eirmersive is the voice of the immersive sector in Ireland, and here our mission is to drive the adoption of immersive technology in Ireland and to elevate and spotlight the super talented Irish solution providers globally. So we began quite a few years ago. We were a volunteer organisation in around 2019 and founded by several of us who were operating in the space. I was a producer in the space, and several of us had startups. We were fortunate enough to receive funding through the Creative Ireland programme in 2024. And so we are supporting the roadmap for digital creative industries 2024 to 2026. And this has enabled us to formalise the network. So we had our official launch back in September last year. And now we're proud to say we have 45 members, and they are across industry, academia, and research. And we do a lot of things to kind of promote and spotlight our members, as well as supporting the skills and talent pipeline in Ireland, ensuring that programmatic reviews in academic institutions include immersive technologies, and really setting up the workforce for the future. And essentially, when we talk to our members, we know their number one need is to be in front of clients and to have an opportunity to win business internationally. And as you know, Kevin, we are a nation of talented and sophisticated storytellers. We're world renowned in Ireland for our film industry, our animation, and our game industries. And the immersive creative studios are building applications that add value to all sectors, from tourism and heritage, but also the harder industry verticals such as manufacturing, engineering, and construction. And at Eirmersive, through our research partners, we know that the manufacturing and engineering sector globally accounts for nearly 30% of the global market share. So essentially, industry is the largest adopter and buyer of immersive technology solutions, which brings us to the strategic focus of the PRISM event.
Now, PRISM, this is an event you're organising in Dundalk at the end of October. So, what is PRISM all about?
Well, it's actually the first year of PRISM. We do hope will be a multi-annual event. And it's taking place on Wednesday, the 29th of October at the Dundalk Institute of Technology. And Dundalk, it's literally down the road from me here. I'm a blow into Louth 3 years ago. But Dundalk is a prime location for this all-island event because it's 1 hour from Belfast in Northern Ireland, and it's 1 hour from Dublin in the Republic of Ireland. And at its heart, PRISM is about bringing together industry leaders, researchers, innovators, and potential adopters to explore and demonstrate how immersive technologies, so that's virtual reality, augmented reality, etc., and complementary technologies like digital twins and AI are being applied and adding value in the real world. And that's what makes PRISM special, we believe. It's not about abstract conversations or hype. It's very focused on use cases and outcomes. So all of the speakers are going to be talking about how they implemented immersive technologies that may be charged by AI, and what was the real world impact of those use cases. So for example, in construction and quarrying, we're seeing digital twin technology is being used to plan projects more efficiently and avoid costly errors. In healthcare and medtech, immersive tools are accelerating training and improving patient outcomes, and in engineering and manufacturing, they're helping with safety and complex system management, for example. And the PRISM event, it's a 1 day deep dive. It's full of keynote sessions, industry case studies that I mentioned, and very importantly, there's a significant demo space, and everything stops for this 2 hour demonstration time where people, attendees at the conference and the summit, can experience the technology firsthand and, very importantly, talk to the people building the solutions. Okay, so I see how it's being used for that. Could that work for this challenge or this problem that we have in our organization? And that's really key, is people understanding what the art of the possible is. And then very important to state that this event is really about collaboration because it's an all-island event. It's bringing people from industry, manufacturing, construction, engineering, health tech, and energy from both sides of the border, bringing them to Dundalk And we like to think the reason we called it PRISM is it's obviously a kind of a pun on the optical sense of the word. So we're taking like a beam of light and we want to show the full spectrum. So we want to show the added value of immersive technologies, digital twins, and AI, and hopefully kind of demystify a lot of maybe the hype or indeed the jargon, and help people and the attendees at the summit to see the possibilities more clearly.
Now, you have an extensive agenda planned. You're covering a lot of different industries, and as you say, the whole PRISM concept. If there, what are you hoping people will take away from that? You talk about the art of the possible and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think I mentioned the word already, and it's something we're talking a lot about in the pre-production of this event, but it's really about clarity. We want attendees of the summit to leave with an honest view of what immersive tech can do right now. Also very important that they'll understand the challenges. These are nascent technologies, and in some ways we're hacking some of these technologies that were not necessarily meant to sit together, and making them work. And also, of course, where this is heading. We want people to leave with a deeper understanding of the value add of immersive technology, with that deep tech powering of AI, and the value add that that brings. And that can be in analyzing, it could be either inputs, outputs, or everything in between. So what happens when the data sets from robots or machines are talking to your simulation, your digital twin simulation? What extra value add does that give? And then indeed the back end, the metrics. So for training, obviously, we know, heat maps, for example, when we know when a trainee is looking, where they're looking, how long they're looking at a particular object for, maybe they're interacting, and we can have really deep, meaningful, and personalized learning paths for training that are powered by this convergence of immersive technologies and AI. And we also want attendees of the summit to feel supported with their next steps. So we're not just, opening the door and see you later. So at Eirmersive, we're here to support that ongoing journey. And we know that, like, lots of organizations can be overwhelmed by all the possibilities. And they might have tried small pilots and they might not know the next steps, and to also scale a solution. So what we say is, if you're a business leader, we'd want you to leave with a concrete idea of how immersive tech could solve problems in your organization, and that's been backed up by real world evidence that you've seen and heard at the summit. And if you're a researcher or a student, you'll want to see where the skills and ideas can plug into industry needs. And if you're a policymaker or part of the innovation ecosystem, we want you to understand how supporting immersive adoption can create jobs, build regional capacity, and very importantly, keep Ireland competitive. So we want people to take away connections. Fundamentally, the event is about networking. We know that sometimes the most valuable thing isn't what you heard on stage, but the person you chatted to at the demo or over coffee. So for us, success is when attendees walk away inspired, informed, and connected, and ready to take the next step in their immersive journey.
Now, given your founding role with Immersive, setting up PRISM, anything you're personally looking forward to on the day?
I'm a demo girl. My very first venture was VRCamille.com, where I had like a one-page website which said, no matter what your industry, contact me and I'll bring in immersive, augmented reality, and virtual reality demos that make sense to your organization and to your field. So I'm particularly excited about the curation that's currently ongoing with our members and our partners in terms of the demonstrations and the exhibitors that will be there. And what's been wonderful, because we have a significant amount of creative studios that would primarily focus on storytelling, tourism, and heritage. And when we talk to them about the strategic focus for PRISM, this is a play, if you like, on the harder industry side. And we believe that if we ignite the adoption community in Ireland, it will raise all boats. So if, many, many manufacturing and engineering construction companies, etc., across the country are adopting immersive technologies in a significant way, that will raise the boats for all industries, from tourism, heritage, storytelling, those experiential pieces, etc., that we're seeing all over the world. So we were delighted to hear from those creative studios that they are all up for demonstrating what they do and reframing what they do and how they do it. So, instead of talking about the storytelling experience that they have, maybe at an interactive space in London, they might talk about the pre-visualization stage of that and how they mapped the location and used all of that spatial data to projection map in real time, for example. So we're excited for our members to stretch and to flex and to meet these potential buyers and to see where it brings them. And we really are hopeful that it will bring some significant contracts to our members. And so we want people to experience these solutions, to try to meet Eirmersive members, to mix. There's going to be such a broad spectrum of people there, from adopters, researchers, startups, academics, public agencies. So bringing them all together, we know from our experience of running events and meetups, that's really where the magic happens, that cross-disciplinary thinking and that melting pot. So we want like medtech innovators talking to construction firms, or a student meeting with a multinational, and the unexpected connections that will come through those kind of sparks and collaborations. And finally, I'm personally looking forward to showcasing Dundalk and Louth as a region, as a blow-in, as I mentioned, to Louth from Dublin 3 years ago. And I have to give a shout out to Dundalk Institute of Technology, particularly to Aidan Brown and Janet Coogan of the Regional Development Centre, who've just been the most amazing partners on this event. And we're really planning on this being a multi-annual event and it taking place in Dundalk over the next 3 years. So we believe ourselves at Eirmersive and Dundalk Institute of Technology believe there's a real opportunity to build capacity in immersive tech across the Dublin to Belfast corridor, especially with the links with the brand new state-of-the-art studio Ulster, £75 million investment, the Digital Catapult Digital Twin Centre in Belfast, a £40 million investment from the British government, Queen's University, and other regional initiatives. So we've been building all island partners through the lens of the PRISM event and where it might lead after that, and really fantastic support from Intertrade Ireland and Louth County Council. So yeah, not just excited for the event, but also what it can unlock for the region and for Ireland as a whole.
Well, you certainly have ambitious goals and you have a lot planned for the 29th, so I wish you well.
Thank you so much, Kevin.